One of the things about wedding culture I don't understand is the pressure on the proposal. In that time between when you are engaged and when you get married, right? In that little perineum of time. It is like that. It's a little perineum of time because it's not the destination, but it's very exciting to be there. In that little perineum of time, the only thing anybody ever wants to know is how did you propose? How'd you propose? Well, don't you want to know a name? What? No, who cares? Apparently you're supposed to propose on a beach or at sunset or some shit. Like, I'll give you sunset. Sunset's nice, but the beach, fuck off. I hate the beach. Like, I don't trust sand. I don't. It's never where it says it's going to be. Guaranteed, 6 months after I've been to the beach, I will find a pearl on my person. It's another little perineum joke if you think about it, isn't it? Yeah, a little diamond in the muff. He gets it. Apparently a proposal is supposed to be a big romantic gesture. Go big or go home alone, right? And I don't understand where the romance is supposed to live in a proposal. Like, because from what I can gather, a proposal is at best reverse-engineered spontaneity. At worst, it's an ambush. Like, best case scenario, at least the partners have a team meeting. Right? They have a team meeting, they make a plan, they propose a proposal, which is weird. And then they make up a to-do list, complete with props and a destination, a beach perhaps. And then one of the partners sets to ticking off the to-do list while the other partner sets to forgetting they were ever involved. So when the proposal finally happens, they're like, oh my God, I'm so surprised! Look at that ring, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I've never seen anything so beautiful! Fucking stop it. Seriously, you chose that ring! Stop gaslighting yourself! It's embarrassing. But that's the best case scenario. Because otherwise, there's no team meeting. One of the partners just assumes they're a fucking catch. The temerity. And it is my understanding in the cis-hetero world, it's the man one. Now, that's a gross generalisation, absolutely, but it's also 100% true. I did my own research. Confirmed my own bias, but it is the man one, which is fun, because who handles rejection the best? Men who think they're a fucking catch. So that's a recipe for a good time, if ever I've heard one. Say yes, we get married. Say no, I stalk you. Romance, it's a trap. Thank you, very kind. It's like you're being coached. I proposed to Jeno. It wasn't a given. I'm not the man one. We're in a genuinely queer relationship, right? Which means when it comes to the division of labour, we just divvy up the jobs according to actual skill sets and whoever can be fucked. And it works. It really does. We always almost remember to put the bins out. Every week, almost. It's a great time. It's a great time. But I did propose. We did have the team meeting. You know, we had a team meeting. We decided that, yes, we wanted some of that sweet, sweet, sweet administrative privilege. And then we just didn't do anything about it. You know, we got busy. Classic. Right. And then I ended up proposing, and I didn't plan to. I didn't wake up the morning of going, today's the day. I pretty much ambushed both of us. Right? And I didn't have a speech, I didn't have a ring, I didn't have a destination, I did not get down on bended knee, fuck that shit. I've had 3 knee reconstructions. My patella are spongy. It's actually quite painful for me to kneel. That's why I can't sleep with men. It's a joke, and it doesn't even make sense. There are other far more compelling reasons. When I met Richard Curtis, I would have known who the fuck he was. I would have known that he's the man responsible for romantic classics like Notting Hill and Love Actually. And so if I'd have been prepared when he asked me what my favourite romantic comedy was, I might have had a diplomatic answer. Maybe one of his films. But I wasn't prepared. Do you know what I said? I don't like romantic comedies. The thing is, Richard's very practiced at being famous. He was very gracious in that moment. He turned that conversation right around without batting an eyelid. He showed a clear pathway out of the awkwardness I had just created. A very clear pathway I did not take. He said, no, it's fine. Not everyone's cup of tea. But what is it about romantic comedies that you don't like so much? And I said, I don't like the way the kissing sounds. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't. Hindsight is not always 20/20. I look back at that and I still don't know why I said that. The other complicating factor of my life when I first met Jeno is that I'd only just very recently been diagnosed autistic, right? And keepers of the proposal genre want proof of a plan. They want a bit of effort, right? They want some context in the story, and I cannot give you that. If I was to paint any more of a picture than I've just given you, no good. No romance. There was a death. And I'm not going to go into it because this is a feel-good show, but just so you know it's there. It's a feel-good show. It is a feel-good show. This is not a trap. I'm not doing that thing I'm famous for. I lull you into a false sense of security, like, oh, this feels good. And I go, no, don't feel good. Feel bad. Go home. Feel worse. That is not what's going on here. This is a feel-good show. Or is it? No, it is. It is. It is. I would love to turn that into a romantic, lovely story, right? I really would. I don't want to be contrary all the time, but I can't. I can't turn that into a lovely story. And it's disappointing because I'm good at a story. I'm a little bit of a professional, if I'm honest. But I can't do it, right? And Jeno can't tell that story because she's shit at stories. She's fucking bad, right? And to be fair, that's not my personal opinion. I love the way Jeno tells the story. It's just the opinion of every other person that's ever met her. But I do love the way she tells the story. It's got to the stage in our relationship, we tell couple stories now. I know that. But, true, and I defer. I do. I go, you tell it, Jeno. And you can see the look of horror descending on people's faces. They're like, no, you were supposed to help. You're a professional. I'm like, day off, mate. Go on, Jeno. I get my storytelling skills off my mum. She's an excellent storyteller, one of the best. The thing about my mum is she always, without fail, lands the story plane, right? It's an incredible skill. But if her superpower, her storytelling superpower, is she is really great at hijacking other people's story planes and landing it on their face. Like it's a marvel, but also frightening. I am very happy to report that my mum and Jeno get along very well. It's a relief because I don't have the constitution to deal with that kind of tension. If my mum and my partner didn't get along, someone would have to go. They would, and I've run the analytics. It would be me. I am the weakest link. Absolutely. But it was a great relief because my mum is not famous for being fond early. Like I once introduced her to a girlfriend, right? And she said, I don't like her. and I don't have to. And it's like, yep, fair enough, Mum, but she's right there. We could have had this conversation later. She's like, I'm not alone. I'm the youngest of 5 kids. All my siblings had to do a bit of navigation to bring a spouse into the fold. My brother-in-law has a great relationship with my mum now. But in the beginning, struggle bus. Because he's an Irishman, as it happens, and he's very pale of the complexion, even by my standards. And I'm an in-flight omelette. But he's a translucent potato. Like, it's amazing. And Mum took to calling him Casper. And once she worked out that he didn't like it, she dug in. For a good couple of years, he's like, I've got a name. She's like, I don't know what his problem is. Casper's the friendly ghost. Just like a fact and a threat, all wrapped up in one. But Mum and Jeno, they hit it off immediately. They met after one of my shows. Because fun fact, Jeno is my producer. She's right there. I remember when my mum got her first ever pair of false teeth. It was a very unsettling time of my life. I was a teenager, and when she got them, they were too big, right? And for whatever reason, she just didn't get them tightened up for a good couple of years. So they just rattled around. So whenever she became animated, the top rack would drop down and just completely transform her face. Like, she would be angry, and then she'd break out in a big, beautiful smile. She'd be like, well, you can leave home if you like. You're not welcome here. It was worse when she yawned. Because when she yawned, the top rack would drop down and the bottom rack would pop up and they'd meet in the middle. Have you ever seen anybody yawn with their teeth clenched? It is unsettling on a primal level. Because their body says, relax, but their face says, I will hunt you down. She likes Jeno. She said, I like her. She's not a dickhead. Which is the highest of praise. I had to ask my dad what he thought because he's not a whistleblower, you know, not on his own feelings. So I asked him, that deserved more, but you do you. Whistleblower on your feelings. I like that. We'll probably edit it out because it got nothing. And this is about how you feel about the show. I'm not attached. We got that. I said, Dad, what did you reckon about Jeno, right? And he said, oh, yeah, anyway. Anyway, what's your mother reckon? I'll probably go that. Dad can't tell stories. That is a thing. My dad is the worst storyteller. At the same time, my mum is the best. And one of my favourite sports is watching my dad try and tell a story in front of my mum because it drives her spare. You can just see her vibrating, waiting for the first opportunity to hijack his story plane. But the thing is, you cannot hijack my dad's story planes because they never get off the fucking ground. Never. It's like, I don't know if I told you the other day, I went to the shops to get some milk, you see, but I'd gotten up at about 7:15. Usually get up around 6:15, 6:45, give or take, but I slept in a couple of nights early. I'd had a bit of a disrupted sleep because Margaret rang up and it's a bit unsettled, and you never catch up the sleep the next night. It's always a couple of nights later, so I slept into about 6:45 thereabouts, and which meant by the time I went to the shops to get the milk, you see, the school traffic had hit. My word, I reckon what they're doing is they're trying to avoid the backlog on the main road there, and they're coming up past our place there, and I reckon they're all doing that, and the main road's empty. There's so many of them. And you just see Mum, she's just like, will you shut up? And Dad's like, I'm trying to tell a story. So there's not a story, Roger. That's just a list of facts you've remembered on your way to being a very boring man. Brutal. But Dad doesn't get too upset. He's like, oh, anyway, how about a cuppa? I've got some milk. He's a very mild-mannered man. Very mild-mannered. My parents' parenting style was very much bad cop, asleep cop. That's how they rolled. Dad never raised his voice at us kids. He's very quietly spoken. He only ever really raised it once, and it was so shocking, I'll never forget it. It's just so in contrast to who I knew him as. So what happened was, he dropped a bit of cheese, and the dog got it. That's his line. It wasn't even a fancy bit of cheese, you know? It's just some home brand cheddar. But it was his cheese. And he dropped it. And the dog got it. And he's like, get out of there, you bloody mongrel! Go on with you! Go on! Drop it! Drop it! And the dog's like, bleh. And my brother and I were there just going, who are you? Dad's like, yeah, bloody hell, yeah. I've got to spit it out. We'll probably cut that out. Been touring this show for a year. Every night, I'm going to commit to that. Swallow the pretend cheese. And my mind's going, no, it's been on the floor. But it hasn't. It's not real. I don't think it matters. I can't pretend swallow the pretend cheese. That's probably why I can't sleep with men. Hey! Oh. Doesn't make any sense. I had a lot